Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my makeup using only Glossier products, and I've been a huge fan of the brand pretty much ever since they launched. So I've been building up my collection and I think I finally have just about everything I need to do a full makeup look. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's get into it. I think before I get started on my makeup, I'm actually going to do one of their masks, and I have both of their masks, but I really need some moisture, so I'm going to be using their Moisturizing Moon Mask, and I absolutely love this mask so much. I use it pretty regularly, but I just thought, why not kick off the Glossier video with a Glossier mask? I actually forgot I need to wet my face before I apply this mask, so I'll be right back. So now that my face is a little bit damp, I'm going to just apply the mask onto my skin. I always forget how much a mask just improves the skin texture before applying makeup, and I don't do this regularly, but since it is a Glossier video, we're doing all Glossier everything except for one product. I will say there's one product in here that is not Glossier, and I'm really sorry. Alright, so after that's applied, I'm gonna let that sit for 20 minutes and I'll wash it off and be right back. This is so exciting. My thrifting video that I just put out is already at 7,800 views. How exciting! If you guys don't know about that series, every week I go to Goodwill and I thrift, so if you want to check out that series, I'll link it down below. But I think it is time to remove the mask and I'll be right back. Alright, so now that that has been removed, I'm going to moisturize my skin using the priming moisturizer, and this is their rich formula, so it's a lot thicker than their other, but I love this so much. It really locks in hydration all day, and I feel like it does make my makeup stay a little bit better. So I'm just going to apply some to my face and work it in. I love this moisturizer because it smells like lavender, and when I got a facial one time, they used a product that smelled just like this, so every time I use this, it reminds me of that facial. Along with priming and moisturizing my face, I'm going to apply a little bit of lip balm. And this is the balm.com. This is just their universal one. I love the texture of my skin after I use the priming moisturizer. I think it feels so nice. So now I'm gonna start by going in with their Perfecting Skin Tint. And this is in the shade medium. It's a little bit light for my skin because I bought this back in the winter. So my skin has definitely gotten a little bit tan since then. But before I do that, I'm just gonna pin my hair back. So I don't use this Perfecting Skin Tint very often, but when I do, I like to just drop it onto my face and then just kind of work it in with my hands and then go back and kind of blend it out with a brush. I feel like I look really silly when I apply it like this, but you know. So then I just take my hands and I work it in. You've probably heard this, but this skin tint does not cover much of anything, and I feel like a good time to use this is in the summer when it's okay to have your imperfections show a little bit. It actually does feel really nice on the skin. It's really hydrating, and I think it just reduces the redness nicely. I would say if you do like a more full coverage foundation, then I would just stick to that. There are plenty of other Glossier products to try out. So since it is a little bit light for my face, I'm gonna bronze later, but now I'm gonna go in with concealer, and this is in the shade medium, and this is their stretch concealer, and I actually do really like this, but I just apply it with my finger and then kind of pat it in underneath my eyes and then any other areas that need a little bit of concealing. This is a fairly sheer concealer as well, so when they say that it melts into your skin and it looks like skin, it really does. I would say that it moves really well. If you do like a full coverage concealer, there are again more full coverage products out there, but I do love the fact that Glossier really tries to not hide your imperfections, but just kind of enhance what you have. Typically, if I do use this concealer, I only use it to cover the circles under my eyes or just kind of even out redness. I don't really like to use it to cover blemishes because honestly I feel like it doesn't cover all that well, but I always like to pat it in. I feel like that's the most effective way to apply this concealer, and I think it looks the most natural. These are very oily products, so they add a lot of hydration into the skin, but if you don't really like oily products, I think that maybe the concealer and the skin tint are not the way to go. So this is my skin with just the stretch concealer on and the skin tint and a little bit of lip balm, and I think it actually looks really nice. I definitely would say that these are some really great products for the summer when your skin is at its best. So now I'm going to set under my eyes with the Wilder, and this is one of the products that I would highly recommend. I really like this as a setting powder. So there's netting inside this, which kind of allows you to get the product, but I don't know if I really like the netting part. I'm just going to set underneath my eyes and then in the areas where I typically get the most oily, which is on my T-zone and down my nose and then my chin. I really like the finish of this. You can kind of see that it took away all of that shine and then it kind of just blurred everything, which I think looks really nice. Now I'm going to apply some bronzer, and I know that this is not Glossier, but they don't have a bronzer, but I am sticking with the very like natural dewy makeup, and this is the Milk Makeup bronzer in the color Baked, and I'm just going to apply this where I want it to be bronzed. And I do this very light-handedly, but I really like this bronzer. This is one of my favorite cream bronzers. I think it blends out just flawlessly. I think it just adds a nice little bit of color. I think this also is helping the fact that my skin tint was a little bit too light for my face. I think that added a little bit more definition and color into my skin. Now I'm going to do my blush, and this is the Cloud Paint. I've never used a liquid blush until this, and I absolutely love it. I love this color so much. I think it looks great on all of skin tones, but you barely just put any on your finger and then just put it on your cheeks. And I like to pat it in. I feel like patting is always a safe move. Oh, way too much. Okay, a little bit goes a long way, so I'm just going to pat that into my skin again, and I actually might use a little bit more, so I'm just going to take it off of my paper towel now and work some more in. I think it just looks so natural and it just melts into your skin. The color Dusk is just perfect for my skin tone. This is one of the products that I would highly recommend. Also, if you do end up getting something from Glossier, I do work with them, so if you want 20% off of your first order, there will be a link down in the description box where you can apply that 20% off. As you can see, it's really subtle, but it really makes your cheeks pop really nicely, so I really like it. Now I'm going to apply highlight, and I have both of their highlighters. I have the Halo Scope in Quartz and in Topaz, so these are the two highlighters. I love both of these colors so much. So these are the highlights side by side. You have Topaz, which is the darker shade, and then Quartz, which is that lighter shade. Typically, I would put the color Topaz, which is the darker shade, on my eyelids as like an eyeshadow, but I have their lid stars, so I'm going to be using those. So I'll just use the Quartz on my cheeks and my nose. Put it on my nose, and then use my fingers to blend it out. And they just add a little subtle shine to your face. I think working pretty much everything in with your finger works the best because a lot of these kind of warm up using your finger, and so it just melts into your skin better. So this is the highlight in Quartz, very natural and just glowy. I'm gonna work on my eyes, and I have the two lid stars. I have the two shades Moon and Fawn, and these two are really, really pretty. I've used these before and I wasn't very impressed the first time I used them, but I'm gonna give them a go for this video and hopefully get something better out of them than I did last time. I'm gonna start with the lighter shade, which is the shade Moon, and I'm gonna apply that onto my lids. Okay. These lid stars dry out super fast, so I feel like you have to work really quickly with them or they get really patchy and clumpy, which is something I don't really like about them. But I will say that the Moon adds nice little like shiny highlight to your lid. I really just don't like how quick they dry out because I feel like I can't work fast enough and I get stressed. Oh, got it on my face. Okay. So if you can work with them quickly, they're not that bad. I think the first time I used these, I didn't work fast enough. Moon is also very iridescent, so if you don't like a lot of sparkle, these probably are not for you. So now I'm going to take the darker color, which is Fawn, and put this on the outer edge and try to like work it in close to my lash line. This is where I had a lot of trouble with these. When you try to put a color over another or like mix the two colors, it can get really patchy and messy. I'm gonna try to do this, but last time I tried this I was not successful, so I'm keeping my expectations low. Okay, I barely put any on here. This better work, or this is gonna be a disaster. Again, I'm just patting it in ever so slowly because I don't want this to look crazy. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Ooh, okay. I can do this. Ooh, I think it's getting, oh, it's getting worse. Okay. Oh, it's getting worse. Okay. Right eye looks decent. Left eye, oh, it needs a lot of help. Oh, that looks so bad. Okay. Well, so this is the lid star, and you can't really tell on camera, but let me just tell you that it does not look good in person. Basically, I tried to apply the darker color over the lighter color, and it just picked up all the lighter color, and it also picked up the dark color. I would say a hard pass. If you were to just do one color all over your lid, I feel like that would actually look really nice, but as far as building a color or trying to do one shade and then another shade, these are just not that great. There's just so many better eyeshadows out there that these I feel like are just kind of unnecessary. I was really excited when I got these in the mail, and I really wanted to try them when they launched, but if we're being totally honest, I would just pass on them. But that's that, and I'm not gonna try to change it even though I don't really like it because this is a Glossier video and I'm keeping it all on. So now I'm gonna curl my lashes and then apply their lash slick. So I curled my lashes, and now I'm going to apply their mascara, which I think this is their latest product. It's a fiber mascara, I'm pretty sure. So it's supposed to separate your lashes really nicely and just make them look very natural. If you like natural looking lashes, I would say this is a great mascara. If you like really full voluminous lashes, I would say that there are way better mascaras out there for that. I would probably wear this on days where I'm barely wearing any makeup and I don't want to really draw attention to the fact that I'm wearing mascara. So this is the mascara, and as you can see, my lashes look very natural, but a little bit more enhanced than they would by themselves. I really do like the formula though. I really don't hate this. I probably would give this mascara like a 7.5 out of 10, but it's all preference. Like if you don't wear a lot of makeup and you just want a great mascara, I would definitely say this is a nice one. All right, so now I'm gonna do my brows, and of course use Boy Brow. This wouldn't be a Glossier video without Boy Brow. This is like the holy grail item, but basically I'm just going to be brushing up my eyebrows and then kind of brushing them to the side after. Sometimes when I have new boy brows, I like to brush them out with just a little spoolie because I feel like sometimes the boy brow brush has a little bit too much product on it when it's like a brand new tube. So I'm just gonna brush this out a little bit because I feel like this went on a little heavy on this side. So these are my brows using Boy Brow, and I use the color black. Now I'm going to apply a lip tint, and this is their Generation G in Leo. I love this. I have one on my makeup cart in the bathroom, and then I have one with me in my purse always. So I love this color. This is kind of like a little brown color. So this is like one quick swipe of the Generation G, but now I'm going to build it up a little bit to show you guys that you can make it a little bit darker if you want. I definitely would suggest applying these over some type of balm though. I feel like that really helps the texture. Since these are a fairly matte product, having that balm underneath it makes them kind of more smooth, I would say. So this is my all-time favorite lip color. I think it just looks really great on my skin tone. Now, just because it's a Glossier video and I have this, I'm going to put this lip gloss on over it. I almost forgot that I wanted to put on my perfume from them. This is the Glossier You, and it smells very earthy. It's not as florally as I thought it would be when they released it. So that's everything for this full face Glossier look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want 20% off of your first Glossier order, I have a little link that I will put down in the description box. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and leave me a comment down below letting me know what your favorite Glossier product is. Or if you've never tried the brand out before, let me know what you're most interested in trying. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to have you guys back for some more videos, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!